So, I finally finished Trollhunters. And it only took me about 4 months to finish a 26 episode series. Guys, I'm bad at binging. So Trollhunters is an animated series on Netflix created by Guillermo del Toro, who I'm sure gave us this while we all eagerly anticipate Pacific Rim 2 and Hellboy 3. Hellboy 3 isn't going to happen, is it? So the show's about a society of trolls that lives under a small town, but one night their champion, called the Troll Hunter, who protects the good trolls from the bad trolls, gets killed, and the powers get passed on to a human boy named Jim, who is the first human to ever have the powers. So Jim has to now learn how to use his powers while trying to balance school and a social life. Oh no! A lot of great voices in this. You got Ron Perlman, who's the voice of Bolar, who's the big baddie for the first half of Season 1. And as I've said before, it's not a Guillermo del Toro project without Ron Perlman. My boy Clancy Brown voices Gunmar, who's Bolar's father, who's trapped in the Shadowlands, and they're trying to release him so he can wreak havoc upon the world. Kelsey Grammer is the voice of Blinky, who becomes Jim's mentor as he teaches him how to use the power of the Troll Hunter, and he teaches him how to fight. And great performance by him. And I should mention that Jim, the main character, is voiced by Anton Yelchin. Now, I'm sure most people know about this by now, but in case you don't, Anton played Chekhov in the new Star Trek movies, and right before the last Star Trek movie came out, he unfortunately passed away in a tragic car accident. What makes it even more tragic is that he was really good. Like, I could have seen him doing more voice acting. And even Guillermo del Toro was very pleased with his performance. He says he really got into the character. And I should mention that they have announced Season 2. I mean, with the way this series ended, yeah, they definitely needed a Season 2. But I'd imagine replacing him would be very difficult. So first off, I loved the designs in this show. Especially for the trolls, because they did a really good job making the bad trolls look big and scary, and the good trolls being fierce, but also kind of friendly and cuddly. I was getting kind of a Where the Wild Things Are vibe from a lot of them. I loved how they did the locations in this show. Troll Market was very vibrant and big, and they even did a good job making the town that they live underneath look alive and very busy. Great world building in this too. They established lore, they showed different locations, different creatures. This is a very, very well developed universe. Great character dynamics too. I like how the trolls get involved with a lot of the humans' personal lives. Like, Blinky kind of becomes sort of a father figure to Jim because he didn't have a father. Jim's friend Toby becomes friends with one of the bigger trolls named Arg, and I loved the two of them together. But probably my favorite was they established a race of shapeshifters that help the bad trolls. They can disguise themselves as humans and they can go out during the daytime. And one of them just happened to be one of Jim's teachers, who starts getting involved with his mother. And he pretty much did this just to spy on Jim and get close to him, or maybe even just get under his skin and just bug him as much as he can just to, you know, throw him off from being the troll hunter. But they did establish that maybe he started to develop some genuine feelings for Jim's mom. There's a lot of complex stuff in this show. I gotta give him credit. The few things I didn't really like about this was I felt that Jim took on the role of Troll Hunter maybe a little too easily. I mean, at first he was very, you know, apprehensive about it. He tried to get rid of the thing that, you know, gave him powers. But eventually he accepted it, and I think I would have liked to seen him maybe doubt a lot more, maybe have a lot harder time trying to fight and everything. I think he took to it a lot quicker than he should have. Now, they did establish him as a very strong character because he didn't have a father, and he didn't care that he didn't have a father, so he took care of his mom, and he's a really nice guy and everything. But I feel like when you introduce something this weird into his life, maybe his reactions weren't exactly perfect. Also, like I said, he's balancing being Troll Hunter with going to school and having a social life and all that. And it did distract a lot. Now, granted, a lot of it was really funny. They played up the school half of this mostly for laughs because they had kind of goofy teachers and goofy characters. One in particular was this bully character who made Jim's life a living hell, except for the fact that he was the troll hunter and he could easily take care of him. But my God, that guy was just the biggest douche in the world, like weapons grade douche nozzle type of bully. I've not seen someone on that level of douche in quite some time. But like I said, they did the right thing and played it up mostly for laughs. But it was kind of tedious seeing Jim, go from fighting monsters to having to run back to school because he has to rehearse for a play or something like that. There was also a small subplot later on in the season where Blinky got, cursed or something, and he turned into a human for a couple episodes. And I really didn't see the point in that other than to, tell some more jokes, which I guess is a valid reason. But in the grand scheme of things, that whole thing felt kind of pointless. Also, the show does have a bit of a hump you need to get over. I'd say the first maybe 4 episodes or so, I didn't think things started picking up till maybe 5 or 6. So at the beginning, you're going to need to be a little bit patient. So yeah, I really like this show and I highly recommend it. But my favorite thing about it, it's on Netflix. And let's be honest, this show would never survive in the current state of television right now. What, you want this on Cartoon Network? Come on. They'd put it on at 5 a.m. on a Sunday. You think they'd waste one of their precious Teen Titans Go time slots on this? On something that's actually good? Never. Gonna stop. Never. Nah, they'd never allow something like this. It's got good characters, a good linear storyline, some actual funny jokes, and I think they even snuck in a few dirty ones there because it's Netflix and they can get away with that. And of course, characters die. Both bad guys and good guys. Spoilers. So yeah, what else can I say? I love this show. I can't wait for season 2. I love the fact that it's on Netflix because, again, they can get away with a lot. And I just like the fact that Netflix is allowing more animation and more freedom like this. And in fact, while I was watching Trollhunters, I found something else that I watched, and I'll be talking about that in the next Rob Watches. But for now, that's all I got for Trollhunters. Leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of it. My name is Rob, and for the glory of Merlin, have a wonderful day.